Boris Johnson made his first public appearance this year as he condemned the reckless and dangerous missile attacks on two military bases in Iraq. The Prime Minister said that there had been no UK casualties following the assault by Iran in retaliation for the killing of General Qasem Soleimani. Mr. Johnson was involved in a tense exchange with Jeremy Corbyn at the first Prime Minister's questions of 2020 over the deteriorating security situation in the Middle East. The outgoing Labour leader accused the PM of failing to strongly condemn Donald Trump for ordering the death of Soleimani because he has hitched his wagon to the US for post-Brexit trade deals. While the PM criticized Mr. Corbyn for failing to condemn the activities of the Iranian military leader, Mr. Johnson opened the session with hardened language over Soleimani, saying, "That man has the blood of British troops on his hands." He said the slain leader of the elite Quds force was responsible for arming groups around the Middle East who had killed countless innocent civilians in Syria and Yemen. Mr. Corbyn pushed the PM over the legality of Friday's drone strike at Baghdad airport that killed the Iranian general. Mr. Johnson replied, "Clearly the strict issue of legality is not for the UK to determine since it was not our operation. But I think most reasonable people would accept that the United States has the right to protect its bases and its personnel." The PM said Gen Soleimani had supplied improvised explosive devices to terrorists, which I'm afraid killed and maimed British troops. He added, "That man had the blood of British troops on his hands." PMQs came hours after Iran fired a barrage of ballistic missiles at two bases in Iraq housing U.S. troops in revenge for the death of Soleimani, the second most powerful person in the Islamic Republic. There are believed to be no U.S. casualties and early indications suggest neither side plans any more moves in retaliation. Mr. Johnson reiterated Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab's plea for all countries to de-escalate the violence in a bid to prevent all-out war. The PM said the UK had been working solidly since the crisis began to bring together allies and do everything we can to prevent an escalation. He added that the government had relocated non-essential personnel from Baghdad and that two Navy ships were in the region on an enhanced state of readiness should there be issues with shipping in the Gulf.